What is going on, guys? David Braga back here with a real quick tournament update. Kansas State just fell to UC Irvine. Popular 13-4 update. Upset update. Popular 13/4 upset pick. Um, you know, and it was something that I thought might happen, but I thought Kansas State played well enough without Dean Wade at times, and they would be able to extend the ball out from underneath the hoop a little bit. UC Irvine obviously took advantage of some bigger players, kept the ball down low, was able to kick the ball out, get the three-point shot to fall, get the three-point shot going early on here. Just taking a look here at the stats. But really what this falls down to was UC Irvine was down 10 early on. And I can't remember exactly at what point it was, but Barry Brown for Kansas State picked up his second foul, and I don't know if that was when they were up 10 or if that happened after. Barry Brown picked up his second foul, and Bruce Weber sat him. Okay, I can understand sitting a guy with two fouls in the first half. You don't want him to pick up a third. He sat him for the final 13 minutes of the first half. 13 minutes. Now, I think Kansas State was good enough to win this game without Dean Wade. I don't think they're good enough to win without Dean Wade and Barry Brown Jr. So, and I think what Weber said going into halftime, it was something along the lines of like, well, we didn't want him to pick up a third foul, and we know that we get him back fresh at the half, or after halftime, we get him back to start the second half. You can't put your best player on the bench for 13 minutes. I don't care who your team is, who you're playing against, what the stakes are. You can't have your best player that's available sitting on the bench for 13 minutes. And he didn't have a great game. He was 2 of 9 from the floor. He had 5 points. But he had 5 rebounds. And that was something that, Kansas State was kind of lacking. Obviously, Maween had 12. He had 6 offense, 6 defensive. Barry Brown is a guy that you have to have in the game. And the worst part about it, he didn't commit a foul the rest of the game. He didn't commit a single foul in the second half. So, I get that you can't really, see into the future to say that Barry Brown's not going to commit a foul in the second half. But they had, what is it, the under 8 timeout happens, the under 4, right? Is that the intervals? They basically go by 4-minute intervals. You could have put him in the final 4 minutes, coach. I mean, I'm an Iowa State fan, but I pick a lot of the Big 12 teams a lot of the time because I have a lot of faith in this conference. But when you bench your best player for 13 minutes to end a half, so not only is he cold because he sat for 13 minutes, he now has to go through the entire halftime sitting and then doing like the shoot around to start the second half. Come on, Bruce. You're a better coach than to bench your best player for 13 minutes. So, you know what? Props to UC Irvine. They took advantage of it. Hazard was huge, had 19 points. Leonard was big down the stretch, hitting a bunch of threes. Those two combined 13 of 13 from the line. UC Irvine played smart, only committed, I think, 5 or 6 fouls in the second half. Hazard and Leonard both had 19. They were both perfect from the free throw line, iced the game down the stretch, and, you get good guard play and you shoot the ball well, you're going to win games. So, I'm going to blame a lot of this on Bruce Weber for not putting Barry Brown back in the game. But you know what? Credit to UC Irvine. They played a hell of a game. They made the shots when they counted, and they took them down. So they'll play the winner of Oregon, Wisconsin, I believe, is the 5-12 in that region. And you know what? The way that UC Irvine played today, they could beat either one of those teams. So you know what? Proud of the Anteaters getting their first tournament win. Their only other tournament appearance was, I believe, 2015 or 2016. So you know what? Props to them. Props to UC Irvine, the Anteaters, on getting the win. That's really all I wanted to tell you guys. Just at this point, go Anteaters. I'll see you guys next time.